Hey, everybody, welcome to day 135 Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full time reseller supporting her family. It is Monday, October 21st, 21st, 2024. And all right, I have so much to say, but I'm going to try to stick to one topic. Well, two topics. The first is we did our reseller reset last night. We do that with some of our Patreon members on Zoom on Sunday nights to just get ready for the week and everything like that. And, bless this group because I said, I just kind of opened up and said, I've been just kind of like dragging, like not excited about my business lately. And they're like, oh, maybe it's because of, sales haven't been good. And two people said that maybe, well, actually, Jason said that maybe part of it was, coming on and doing the reseller reflections and, you know, monitoring my sales every day and coming on and being accountable and just saying, oh, we didn't meet our sales goal. We didn't meet our sales goal. And I was like, yeah, I really like talking about what it's like to be a day in the life of a full-time reseller. But I think because it is one of the last things before I wind down for the night, and if I end the day on, and I'm going to use unsuccessful in quotes here, because just because we don't meet our sales goal absolutely does not mean it wasn't a successful day. But it is kind of leaving that negative, you know, feeling when we don't meet our sales goal. And that's probably one of the last things I think about before I quit work for the day. And so I'm going to be a little more intentional about how I'm saying things. And I realized yesterday when he said that I yesterday was Sunday. I did my numbers and I said I would tell you guys how the week was. The only thing I said about my numbers yesterday was something negative, that we didn't meet our sales goal. I failed to mention, and this should have been the closing thing, is that we met our number. We exceeded our sales goal number for the week. Even though there were a bunch of down days and days where we didn't meet it, we met our sales goal for the week. So, yes, awesome. And Molly rang up her sales yesterday after I got off of here. So not only did we meet our sales goal for the week, but we met our sales goal yesterday and we met our sales goal today. So we didn't really exceed it a whole lot, but we met the sales goal 2 days in a row now. So that's awesome. That's really cool. And I didn't talk positive. I only talked negative. So I'm going to be a little bit more intentional when I'm telling you about my sales goal, about how that fits into the bigger picture. And hopefully that makes a difference. So thank you guys. I don't know what I would do without our mastermind and our Patreon members. Sometimes the most obvious thing is staring you in the face and you need somebody else to say it to you. And that is a prime example. All right. So I am reset to zero, and that is absolutely a ridiculously amazing positive. And joining me on the challenge are Jill of Rusted Truck Relics, Jason the Santee Swapper, Char Fabulous Flamingos, Kathy Singz, Nick Mr. C Chats, Vanessa Brightest Holidays, the Diabetic Reseller, Judith R, and Pam of Whimsy and Such. All right. Great job, guys. That is a positive, and that should be, you should be ending your day with a clean slate and just feeling really good about that. So if you can find nothing else positive about your day, know that you did that, and you're going to thank yourself in the morning as well. All right. So I want to talk about the mouse. And I didn't even realize. So yesterday I was talking about the book When You Give a Mouse a Cookie and kind of joking about it. And I didn't even realize the irony of what I was saying and talking about giving a mouse a cookie, because mouse must have been in my head, because I have this brazen mouse in my house. And he is absolutely was driving me crazy, was driving the dog crazy, all of this stuff. And he just is like torturing me. I got him in the trap. I have these humane traps, which you trap them and then you drive them a couple miles away and release them. Now, I have to say that this is something that some of you are going to laugh and some of you are going to get this, that I fear. This was always a man of the house job in my world, and the man of the house always took care of, the birds, the bats, the mice, the whatever. Any kind of thing that got in the house or was around the house, and that was a man thing. So now I'm here by myself, and oh my gosh, like one of my worst nightmares. So, I bravely, I set the traps, I do all the things, I sweep one mouse out the door. I don't know if it's the same mouse, so I set the trap, this humane trap, and part of me is like, I really want to catch this mouse, and the other part of me is like, if I catch this mouse, I'm scared to death to take the trap and release it. It freaks me out. As some of you get it. I know you do. But I'm like, all right, it's something that has to be done. So lo and behold, catch the mouse. I had to run out this morning, so it sat in the trap for a little bit. I called my dad and I was like, can you release this for me? And he was like, no, I can't. I'm busy. I'm like, oh God, I gotta do this myself. So anyway, I did it. I, took the mouse, drove him, when I was dropping off my FedEx packages. Yes, he was with the FedEx packages. So anyway, I took the trap, I released him into the woods, and hopefully he's living his best life now. But absolutely it freaked me out. And how do I feel after as I'm telling you this, I feel ridiculous. Because I had dreaded this for the past, I don't know, 40 years. Right? Like, I never had to do it. I was thankful I never had to do it. I So, all right, my point, and there is a point to the mouse story, is there are things like this in our businesses and in our lives that we dread, because I feel ridiculous now because it was no big deal. And I know if it happens again, I can handle it. But I had spent 40 years of dreading this. I, hardly slept for the past 2 nights trying to get this taken care of, worrying about, if I don't catch it or if I do catch it, like either way, I was just so this whole thing that I dreaded really was not that bad. It was kind of cute to watch him like go off like outside of my house and scamper into the woods, and he was happy, and I was relieved. I was more relieved that I I accomplished this, that I did this, that I know if it happens again, I can handle it. And all of that dread and all of that worry was for nothing. It was no big deal, right? I had myself all worked up. It was no big deal. So there are things like that in our lives, and I'm going to use our businesses as an example, that we are putting, like, there's a little mouse in our business someplace, and that we're putting off, that we dread. And if it's our business, a lot of times there's nobody to turn to. Like, it's our business, we need to take care of it. So, like, what are those little things that are running around in your business that are, causing a disturbance? Maybe, you have years of fear. Maybe it's confronting somebody, maybe it's having a difficult conversation, maybe it is something annoying on your shipping station that you think you just can't set up properly. Yes, I had a shipping station incident today as well. It was raining and pouring. So yeah. So what is that little mouse that is running around in your business, that you're just dreading taking care of, that probably once you face it and take care of it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Like the shipping station thing I had today it was just like I had to hang some things up that I didn't know if the rack was going to support. And I just put it off and put it off and put it off, because I just was like, I don't know, like maybe it's not strong enough. Maybe I just would think about it and I wouldn't do anything. And I'd think about it and I'm like, you know what? I handled that mouse. I can handle this shipping station problem. And I did. I did that too. See, I used my I was just brimming with confidence after taking care of the mouse. So, what are those little things? They're just something little that you've been putting off that is causing you worry or anxiety that is sitting somewhere in the back of your mind going, I know I should take care of that because nobody else is going to. Nobody's coming to save me. Nobody's coming. It's my business. I got to do it. What is that one little thing? Find one. I challenge you. Find one, do it. You will thank yourself. See, you'll be brimming over with confidence too once you take on that thing that you think was so impossible, that you think couldn't be done, that you thought you would, have a heart attack if you did. What is it? Find it, trap it humanely and let it go. Take care of it. All right, guys, everybody have an awesome night. I will see you on day 136 of Reseller Reflections. Bye-bye.